Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Basham, Yahweh Shai, Basham, Rakwa, Kadash. A double honor to the apostles at GreatMillStone. This is from the book, The Two Babylons. Okay, you know, it's got some good information in the book, and I'm gonna show, you know, because there's many different, you know, look, man, if you want to get the info, this video is about the Beltane, right? If you want to know what's going on in this world, you have to go back into the history, man, and find out the roots of things. You know, like, you think that this holiday Beltane just sprung up out the middle of thin air. You don't know what's going on. You don't have a clue of what's going on. So I'm gonna read. I said this is the part 2, and I'm gonna read the information. Okay. It says, from Bal, the 1st of May is still called Beltane in the almanac. Okay, and we have customs still lingering at this day among us, which prove how exactly the worship of Baal or Molech, for both titles belongeth to the same God, have been observed even in the northern parts of this island. And didn't they just have, he's talking about England, and didn't where they're having it at? Scotland, mate. That's like where they have the main one. Now you know that you're gonna have the Beltane celebrated all over the world. You know, America, all that. You know, they probably, you know, it says the late Lady Bard of Fern Tower in Perthshire says a writer in notes and queries thoroughly, give me a sec, thoroughly versed in British antiquities, told me that every year at Beltane, or the 1st of May, a number of men and women assemble at an ancient druidical circle of stones on a property near Crieff. Now, we just read out it goes back to Baal and it goes back to Molech. Now, where'd you get that off? You read that in the scriptures. The scriptures, so how you going to say the scriptures ain't true when the scriptures has got history about the Babylonians, the Assyrians, and what they were getting up to, the Egyptians? But here, you're stupid. You could want to call people monkeys, but you're acting like the monkey because you're repeating everything that you're getting spewed out. You're not really thinking for yourself, are you? Oh, the Bibles. No, you don't know what's in the scriptures, mate. You're lost. Yeah, the Bible condemns the worship of Baal and Moloch and all that, and it shows you that the Babylonians and different peoples were worshipping those spirits. And I read some of that in the last part of this, the first part of this. And your Beltane goes back to Baal, mate, and Moloch. Okay, which when you go into it, it goes back to Nimrod, bruv. Do you want us to do a video on that? Okay, anyway, it says, told me that every year at Beltane, a number of men and women assemble at the ancient druidical circle of stones on a property near Crieff. They light a fire in the centre. Each person puts a bit of oat cake in a shepherd's bonnet. They all sit down and draw blindfold a piece from the bonnet. One piece has been previously blackened, and whosoever gets that piece has to jump through the fire in the centre of the circle and pay a forfeit. This is in fact a part of the ancient worship of Baal, and the person on whom the lot fell was previously burnt as a sacrifice. So this is what they used to do, mate. The people that were worshipping Baal, they used to do this. And they used to do the sacrifice part. That's why you imitate people burning. I've seen it. You imitate people burning. So don't say, oh no, because they used to do it. It's in the records. You stupid idiots. And you know another thing as well. We know that on that day that you know the so-called Jews, because they really worship the Babylonian principles. The Talmud, the protocols of the learned elders of Zion and all that. They really deep down in the seams, they really worship the principles of Baal, man. Okay. Now and and like I said, they're obviously doing child sacrifice on these days, them so-called Jews and all that at the top. Okay, now the passing through the fire represents that, and the payment of the forfeit redeems the victim. If Baal was thus worshipped in Britain, it would not be difficult to believe that his consort Astarte, who was adored by our ancestors, and that from Astarte, whose name in Nineveh was Ishtar, the religious solemnities, Solomonites of April, as now practiced, are called by the name of Easter. So, Easter's pagan. Beltane goes back to Nimrod and Ishtar and all that. So does Christmas. See, people don't know that your society is riddled with the worshippings of Satan, and some of them are trying to mingle in with this Christianity thing. Because you had the early church fathers, which they were worshipping those things. That's why you got the Sunday worship. You worship on Sunday, which in the scriptures they don't tell you to do that. And then you have like sundials and all of this. You got to really understand what's going on in this world. Halloween and all that. Here is you say, well, I don't worship Halloween, but you worship Easter. Or even the birthdays are pagans, bro. The scriptures don't tell you to celebrate your birthdays, Okay, so that was pretty much that on the information. There's more other things, but that was the point on your Beltane. That pretty much, mate. It's all paganism, and it goes back to Baal. So when you read about Baal and all that, you see these different cultures would like reinvent the gods, but it all goes back to Nimrod and Semiramis and all that. The Queen of Heaven, But the Romans, they worship the same gods, but they would, probably make them look a bit different, or even give them a different name. You know what I mean? So, but it all goes back to the Babylonian mystery schools, didn't? I think you even had Helena Blavatsky come out. See, you got people that know what they're doing. Then you got you idiots that don't know what the hell you're doing. You're not on a level. And like I said, you're running around. Yeah, it's just you are lost puppets, mate. You don't even know how lost you are. It's comical. Okay. And see, this is one of them topics you really could sit down for 2 hours, man, and go into all types of paganism. But I'm just showing you, yeah. This Beltane was on the May the 1st. And they like to do things at 12 at midnight, which is what they call the witching hour. So this is what's going on in your society, mate. This is what's going on. Behind all that entertainment, you're watching football and watching skating on dancing on ice and laughing your heads off. This is what's going on, mate. This is people are getting killed. People are doing sacrifices to these spirits, and you're sitting there eating McVitie's fucking chocolate fucking biscuits and fucking sipping tea, Tetley's tea bags, and watching fucking skating on ice. Okay. So there you have it, man. Like I said, so you got all these, there's a lot of information, man. But it showed you it goes back to Baal, man, and Molech. So you people don't even know what you're getting involved in. A lot of you people that pay, I'm gonna go to the Beltane festival, mate. Oh yeah, okay, you go ahead, mate. You don't even know what it is. You don't even know. If we ask them what it goes back to, they're not gonna have a clue. You're going to be lost, mate. You're going to be licking your lips. You know what I mean? You're going to be biting your lip, mate. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom, man.